going well, man. Just trying to soak it all in.
Any thoughts when you went by Lucas Oil Stadium about your championship there a couple years ago?
Yeah, a little bit. Bring back memories.
Darnell, you've seen like 20 guys get drafted in the last couple of years, and another 10 or more from teams are going to be picked as well. Are you able to fully appreciate just how much talent is in that program compared to every other program in the country almost?
Yeah, I feel like that's why people go there, just to get developed as a player and as a human being. So.
Does it just boggle your mind though when you face other teams like, wow, our defense is better than theirs, our second team might be as good as other teams' first teams? I mean, does that perspective ever come in at all?
No, I mean, I really respect every team, great teams, talented or not, but I for sure be in practice like, dang, this is tough going against the Trayvon Walkers, the Azeez Ojulari. So I for sure respect every team and respect their talent.
Darnell, how fast are you going to run in the 40?
Huh?
How fast are you going to run in the 40?
You just got to wait and see that.
Darnell, draft analysts are saying that you have better stats in the NFL. What do you suppose you're saying?
I feel like I'm only scratching the surface. I feel like I'm a good blocker. I feel like I could turn into a great blocker. Good athlete currently. I feel like I'm going to turn into a great athlete. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface.
Do you think you're the best tight end in this draft, and why?
You said, do I think?
Do you think that you're the best tight end in this draft?
I feel like I'm the most unique tight end in the draft. I wouldn't say the best. I'm very humble, so yeah.
When you're working on it,
I mean, you just see the size. I mean, I'm heavier than most of these tight ends. And you'll just see the 40. So.
Anyone talking about moving you to tackle?
No, sir.
when you're working on your game,
within that, blocking is maybe not the most sexy trait, but a lot of tight ends coming out can't do it. It's one of your strengths. Why have you been so committed to becoming a good blocker?
I take pride in it. I embraced it at the University of Georgia. I knew I wasn't getting 50, 40 balls because, I mean, we got Brock Bowers and Lad McConkey's. So I'm like, it's only one football. You can't give it to everybody. So I just embraced the role of blocking, just a mindset thing.
Darnell, your freshman year, you said that you saw yourself on tape blocking in practice and you didn't like it. And that's part of why you became such a good blocker in college. Who was that against? Do you remember that practice or that moment when you saw yourself and said, this has to change?
I really don't remember. It could be my freshman year, Azeez was there. Could be Trayvon. Could be Robert Beal. It could be. I mean, I really don't know. I just know it wasn't acceptable, and I had to do something about it.
Darnell,
when you're working on your game
to show scouts your complete skill set. So one game for your career at Georgia, what would it be?
I just say go to week 1, Oregon, when we open up.
What is it about that game?
I mean, I felt like I shown physicality. I shown what I could do with the ball. I feel like that game, I'm not going to say I was perfect. I know I wasn't perfect, but physicality-wise, dominated people. You can tell.
Darnell, when you're working on your game, what NFL players do you look at when you're trying to, work on your game and get a little bit better?
So growing up, I wasn't as big as in weight-wise, so I was looking at Calvin Johnson. So, I mean, I was like 230. So, I mean, at that time I was playing receiver. Then when I transitioned to tight end, I started looking at Gronk, Mark Andrews, one of my favorites. Now, currently, more like Mercedes Lewis.
Darnell, with some of your athletic highlights, hurdles, stuff like that, are you doing some of that stuff in practice as well? You have an anecdote?
I feel like that's just more instinct. For me in practice, it's just, I mean, it's not live tackling, so in practice it's a thud. So, I mean, I do like a stiff arm here and there in practice, a little cut, nothing crazy, clearly no hurdles, but yeah.
Darnell, have you had so much things that you bring to an NFL franchise, and has the Bills been in conversation?
Just my hard work, dedication to the game. I respect the game, love the game, and my passion.
Has the Bills been in contact with you?
Who?
Has the Bills been in contact with you?
Yeah, I did do a meeting with the Bills.
Darnell, have you had a chance to speak with the Cowboys yet?
No, sir.
What is the evolution?
Yeah, I mean, they're extremely physical, extremely technically so extremely on the other side and all that stuff. So it's definitely a challenge to go against.
What's your evolution in sport with your size?
So, like, just how I started out?
Yeah, like your evolution. I mean, it's Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah. So when I was little, I played running back, then I played left tackle. The next season after that, played receiver. Also defense, my whole time growing up, I always played DN, so I was on both sides of the ball. So I played DN my whole life. But really, I just started out like running back to tackle to receiver for like 3, 4, or 5 years, then receiver to tight end when I started putting on weight in high school.
Darnell,
Top 3 tight ends in the game currently. So I'm probably gonna get a little for saying this, but I would have put Kelsey in there. I feel like he's more like a hand down in the dirt tight end. I don't really see him doing that. So my one, I'm gonna be biased. My favorite, Mark Andrews. 2, I'm gonna say current players, so I'm not gonna 2. I'll probably say. I'll probably just say Mercedes Lewis, just because that's my comparison. 3 currently, I'll probably say this tough. I'll probably say, man, who would I say? Yeah, I'm gonna be biased right now. Again, I'm gonna just say Trey McKitty. That's my dog. Since I got to Georgia, I looked up to him. He was like my first tight end that I actually met that played the same position and taught me his ways. So just being a good role model to me. So I'd say Trey McKitty.
Why Andrews?
Growing up, I was a little bit of a Ravens fan. So, and I just see his game, like him making contested catches, one hands, him being a bigger guy, bigger body, so similar like me, but not as big as me, but similar. I just see him as an all-around player.
What are the Ravens getting in Todd Monken? Ravens players, are they going to benefit from being in his offense?
He was the number 1 offense the past 2 years in college football, so they gave the number 1 offense from college football to NFL.
How did you benefit from playing?
Just benefit in learning my role, benefit in route running. He was a receiver coach once upon a time, so just little details like that with the route running skills.
Darnell,
Are you adjusting fields, and how excited would you be to play with a guy like that?
I'm not too familiar. He's an older guy. By the time I got to college, I think he was already at Oklahoma. Not Oklahoma, Ohio State. I'm thinking somebody else. I'm thinking of Ertz. But I never met him in person, but I know he's a great, hell of an athlete. If I go to the Bears, it'll be an honor. Wherever I go, it'll be an honor. So,
How do you think you can help elevate his game?
Justin Fields. Just doing my job, being in the right spot at the right time when it's when I'm en route. Just being there on time.
Darnell, as a player, Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell was the dirty work type tight end. How would it be to play for a coach that lived and experienced kind of what you are as a player?
I feel like that's always a plus to work with somebody that experienced the same experience you experienced. So, yeah.
I'm assuming you saw the video from the locker room after Nolan's 40 yesterday. What does that say about Georgia's program and locker room that you have?
It says that it's a brotherhood. Once upon a time, I was in that locker room recording Trayvon Walker ran his 40. So I just feel like it's just a tradition that we have at Georgia. It just shows that we love and care about each other.
Is there anything you've taken from his game? Have you met with the Bucks?
I haven't met with the Bucks. I take everything from his game. I take pretty much everything from everybody's game a little bit. To route running, to just him not going down on the first sight of contact. So.
Do you know if you are the scheduled meeting in?
No, I don't have a scheduled meeting with him.
Darnell, Stetson's going to be out here later. Stetson Bennett. How do you think his game might translate to the NFL level?
Stetson, I feel like he's going to do Stetson things. That's showing out, showing the doubters what he could actually do. I feel like Stetson's going to do Stetson things.
Talk about how being a multi-sport athlete in high school helped you as a tight end.
You said what?
Talk about how being a multi-sport athlete in high school helped you being a tight end.
Being a multi-sport athlete helps me being a tight end just in every way. So in basketball, boxing people out, that could transition to the football field when it's a jump ball, you box them out. I did shot put, don't really know how that helps with being a tight end, but volleyball, jumping repetitively, that helps with jumping and things like that. So, yeah.
Who are the biggest influences in your life?
Biggest influences? I just say my mom and my daughters. I mean, at that time I only had one daughter, so my mom and my daughter. When I came home, I just wanted to give them the world, and I mean that's what I'm still trying to do.
Untapped potential.
Huh?
What do you feel Stetson Bennett should be drafted?
I'm not sure. I mean, he's a hell of an athlete, hell of a player. Really don't know. Focus on myself.
You this year, Brock next year, do you think you guys set the stage for Bulldog tight ends moving forward?
You said, will we?
Yeah. You just said what it means to be in that position at that school.
Hopefully, just trying to start a trend. Trying to bring tight end U to the University of Georgia. I feel like that's what me and Brock trying to do, put it in stone.
Have teams asked you about Brock at all, and what would you tell them about his skill set?
No teams have asked me about Brock. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't have to tell them about his skill set. You could just look at the numbers or the tape, whichever one you want to look at.
What's the most satisfying block you've ever put on somebody?
Satisfying block? I just say a chip block. I mean, Tennessee game, I did it. My freshman year, I did it against Arkansas. I feel like that block is just, I mean, I don't know, it's just satisfying. Like, you just feel them, and then a couple of seconds later, you don't feel them on your shoulder pad no more. So, yeah.
Darnell, have you met with the Falcons, and what intrigues you about how they use tight ends in their
No, I haven't met with the Falcons, but I did see how they use Kyle Pitts. I mean, he gets the ball a lot. He's featured in our offense a lot, which is great. And yeah.
How much untapped potential do you think you have as a pass catcher?
Huh?
How much untapped potential do you think you have as a pass catcher?
I feel like I got lots of untouched talent when it comes to that area. In high school, I was getting a ball 60 times a season. So from going to there, then coming to college, not so much in that area. So I feel like when I tap in that potential, I feel like it's just going to be crazy to see.
Have you had a chance to talk to Jalen Carter?
I just walked past him in the hallway.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. From what I seen, I mean, it was just a high and by, but from what I seen, he's doing good.
Darnell, have you being a dad changed you? I mean, what's been the biggest difference in terms of just maturity and growth in your own life?
So when I had my first daughter, it was my junior year. She was well, at that time she didn't come out yet. But just being a dad just matured me. I knew I had to grow up like right away. That's not staying out all night. That's not going to high school parties or things like that. So I mean, it just motivated me more, along with the doubters and along with everybody else on that side. So yeah.
Was the balance of work and being a dad tough? I mean, was that something you really had to kind of figure out?
No, not for me. I feel like I have lots of help in my corner with both sides of the parents. Me, her, she helps me a lot. So, I mean, if it wasn't for her, it would kind of be more difficult.
Darnell, have you met with the Dolphins?
Yes.
Going back to your recruitment, you were considering University of Miami, right? What do you remember you liked about Miami in general?
Miami, Coach Fields, he's a tight end coach there. I'm not sure if he's still there, but Coach Fields, he's a similar guy like me. I feel like we come from similar backgrounds. He's a great guy. And, I mean, I wanted to play for him, but I also wanted to get developed. I'm not saying he wouldn't develop me, but I just wanted to get the most developed I can, and I believe in Coach Todd Hartley for that.
How close was it back then?
How close were we? I mean, I don't want to say this because it may or may not be true, but if I probably didn't end up at Georgia, maybe Miami, I'm not 1,000% sure. That topic long gone, so.
Darnell, we hear a lot of different guys' names on the microphone at practice. Early in your career, we heard your name a little bit. Can you talk about what it meant to you to have Kirby pushing you the way he did and to get you to this point?
So me, I enjoy hard coaching. So when the coach not saying your name, it's either he don't care about you or something like that. But for me, I love hard coaching. At that time, my name ain't on the mic because, I mean, I just came from high school, so I'm not up to speed yet. So not only that, I didn't really block in high school, so I wasn't as physical as I am now. So for him just to stay on my case, I love it. I enjoy it. It's a blessing. So.
Darnell, one of your former teammates and James Cook plays for the Buffalo Bills. What would it be like to play an offense like that that's high-powered and led by a quarterback like Josh Allen?
Playing for offense and with Cook again, it'll be an honor. I know that team's special. They got great, hell of athletes, great guys. But, you know, just reuniting with a Georgia player, if it's Cook or if it's no Georgia players or whatever it may be, that's whatever the future holds.
What do you think James' potential is in the NFL?
You said what?
What do you think James's potential is in the NFL?
Through the roof. I mean, you see how high this ceiling is, so I mean, as high as that, ain't more. So.
Darnell, have you met with the Cincinnati Bengals yet?
Yes, sir.
And what would it be like to play in that offense with Joe Burrow?
I mean, we all know Joey Burrow and Chase. I mean, I had to go on and on with the list, but playing in that offense would be electrifying, extraordinary.
And I'm assuming the meeting went well?
Huh?
I'm assuming the meeting with the Bengals went well?
Yeah. I felt like all my meetings went well with every team that I had.
Darnell, who's the toughest defensive lineman you faced?
And during the season?
Yeah.
I say Missouri gave us a run for our money. Ohio State, number 9. I mean, y'all seen him. Y'all see him walk around. He's as big as me, strong as me, or maybe stronger. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, just playing those high caliber players is just. I mean, you got to come with your A game. If not, they will embarrass you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Darnell.